morning. Good
Good
afternoon.
morning.
We have two young people that willingly came forth and gonna present for us this morning, and we're gonna let the youngest one to go. And as I said last year, I said, she only has to have one name. When you make it, you have one name. Everybody else have two names, but she only have one name, and this is Skylar. So Skylar gonna come and present for us this morning. And could you tell us, Skylar, how old you are when you come up? And if you want to give us your last name, it's fine, but everybody is going to know that you are Skylar, okay?
I was born September 8th, 1954. I was the first black girl in all white school. My mommy and police took me so I could be safe and decided to go to school. I was so brave and decided to go to school.
Thank you. So now you see why she don't need one name. Skylar needs a picture. Right there.
See my camera shot.
There you go.
Thank you, Skylar, at 4 years old. Like I told you, she only need one name, Skylar. Okay. Let's give her a round of applause. Next, we have Miss Julia Daniel, who's agreed to present for us this morning, and we're going to let her tell you who she's presenting this morning.
Yay, Julia!
I will be doing Sarah Rector. Sarah Rector was born March 3rd, 1902 in what is now northeast Oklahoma. However, at that time, this area was Indian territory. Her parents were farmers and freedmen. Her parents were also descendants of Native Americans. As citizens of the Muskogee tribe, each of the Rector family members received 160 acres of land. However, according to Anita Arnold of Oklahoma City's Black Liberated Arts Center, the allotment given to Sarah seemed pretty worthless on the surface. The land they gave to Sarah was so sandy and rocky, she knew that nothing would grow on it. Her father had to pay $30 a year for taxes, which would be close to $1,000 today. In order to pay the taxes, he signed a lease with the oil company, according to Anita. And that's when they found all this oil. In 1913, Sarah Rector had one of the largest oil pools on her property ever, and she basically went from rags to riches overnight. News of her wealth spread throughout the world. She was just 11 years old. She started to receive various requests for loans, money gifts, and even marriage proposals from 4 Germans. She was only 12. At the time, a law required Native Americans, Black adults, and children who were citizens of Indian Territory with significant property and money were to be assigned well-respected white guardians. As a result, Rector's guardianship switched from her parents to T.J. Porter. Concerned with her well-being and her white financial guardian, NAACP leaders fought to protect her and her fortune. In 1914, the Chicago Defender published an article saying that Sarah's ignorant parents were mismanaging the Rector's estate. He also mentioned that Sarah was uneducated, wore rags, and lived in an unsanitary home. These rumors weren't true. National African Americans like Booker T.J. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois became aware of the situation. W.E.B. Du Bois wrote a letter ensuring that she was cared for. When she became an adult, she was able to have complete control over her wealth. When Sarah turned 18, her and her family moved to Kansas City. At this point, she owned bonds and stocks, a boarding house, bakery, and cafe in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and 2,000 acres of prime river bottom land. She was a millionaire by then. Her and her family moved to what is now Director Mansion. The mismanagement of her money continued until she was 20 years old. Sarah later married Kenneth Campbell. They had 3 sons, Kenneth Jr., Leonard, and Clarence Campbell. Rector died at age 65 on July 22, 1967.
Excellent, dude.
Thank you, Julia. Good job. All right. It was a history moment I just found fascinating when I heard about it. Like, oh, so, and then Julia did a good job of spelling out like I wanted to. Thank you. I want to thank our youth for presenting for us. We're going to have another one next Sunday and the following Sunday. So they decided, they came forth. I just asked them, hey, are y'all going to do your job? Because I used to do it always anyway. And I didn't have to harass anyone. I used to harass them, but I didn't have to harass them. They just stepped forward and said they was willing to do it. So thank you. Thank you for giving them the undivided attention.
Amen.